Breaking news today. Trudeau has promised Canadian assistance to Ukraine and sanctions against Russia. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has pledged a number of forms of support for Ukraine, including military, economic, and humanitarian aid, as well as steps meant to punish Russia for the war. Trudeau said this at a news conference with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Friday in Ottawa, Canada. "We're continuing to impose costs on Russia and ensuring that those responsible for this illegal, unjustifiable invasion do not benefit from it," he added. Also on Friday, Zelensky spoke before the Canadian Parliament. He had been in Washington, D.C., meeting with Vice President Joe Biden and legislators, and he arrived in Ottawa late Thursday. On Wednesday, he addressed the United Nations General Assembly to investigate the possibility of seizing Russian assets, including those held by the Russian Central Bank. Canada and Ukraine have formed a working group with G7 partners. As Trudeau put it, "There seems to be no end in sight for the conflict in Ukraine, so Vice President Biden urged international solidarity against Russia at the United Nations." Canada has added 63 Russian individuals and entities to its sanctions list, including those complicit in the kidnapping of children and the spreading of disinformation, as Trudeau put it. According to Trudeau, Canada will provide Ukraine with $650 million in new military aid over the next 3 years as part of its commitment to stand with Ukraine. Ukraine will receive 50 armored vehicles from Canada, including London, Ontario-made armored medical evacuation vehicles. Trudeau said the intended support package includes F-16 fighter jet pilot and maintenance instructors, help maintaining Leopard 2 battle tanks, 35 drones with high-resolution cameras, light vehicles, and ammunition. Trudeau said that as part of the multi-year support, Canada would make a financial contribution to a consortium led by the United Kingdom that is supplying air defense equipment to Ukraine. Trudeau announced that Canada's financial aid would be extended into the fiscal year 2024, and the two governments had also signed a free trade agreement. The U.S. Defense Secretary has urged other countries to help Ukraine by supplying it with additional air defense systems. The Ukrainian government and NGOs will also receive help with cyber resilience, local infrastructure rebuilding, and agricultural support. He also mentioned Canada's plans to help pay for Ukraine's National War Memorial and increase access to mental health services. "We stand here absolutely united in our defense of democracy and our condemnation of Russian President Vladimir Putin's unprovoked, unjustified, and unconscionable invasion of Ukraine," Trudeau said. On September 22, 2023, during a rally at the Fort York Armoury in Toronto, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau embraced Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky as he was introduced. Chris Young, The Canadian Press for Associated Press.